Hello, it's Maria from the Tarot Shop here, and we're going to take a look at the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams by Yasmeen Westwood. Now, I personally really like Yasmeen's decks, so I will try and keep my enthusiasm to be as impartial as possible, but I think that she must have done this tarot deck. She's done an awful lot of oracle decks as well. I hope I will remember, but I'll put a link to all of the decks that we currently have in the store that are Yasmeen's. Now, this is a particularly large deck. It's a tarot, so you've got this huge flip box like this. It's by Red Feather. And it says, enter into a fantasy world of dreams as this enchanted tarot deck and guidebook take you to magical faraway places. 78 cards, stylized to bring awareness to what is hidden in your life. She really wants you to use these as a tool for self-development and personal growth. Solve day-to-day issues and learn to stabilize your emotions. So the imagery is stunning and makes me feel. It is a very large deck, so I'm going to pop that to one side because I haven't got enough space on the table here with this big book. It's a big book. And then at the very beginning, Yasmeen explains that she wants us to, right, so what does she say? Welcome. So, welcome to the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams and the guidebook, which is one on how to understand and read the tarot cards. Tarot's been gaining in popularity over the years as more and more people look toward personal self-development and are more opening to exploring the unseen. Being a tarot reader no longer carries the negative connotations as it did in the past, and I can confirm that. When I first started tarot, it wasn't really something that we owned up to, but we were very selective about who we told. And if we wanted to have any information, then we had to find books. And it was quite tricky to get hands on the information as well. So things have moved on tremendously since then, which I am really very happy about, obviously. That's one of the reasons why I do the tarot channel, actually, is because I share as much as I can, because I really want you to have the access that I really didn't have when I first started out. And there's an awful lot. It's just to make it accessible. Right, so back to Yasmeen. We all have the power to access this intuition. No special powers or abilities are required to do so. The tarot is a tool to help you find and utilize this inner voice. For me, tarot is like a dream world, a place where magic happens, and I'm so excited to bring this dream world to you. Creating this deck has been and is a wonderful journey involving a lot of fun and tears. With each card I have put in a little bit of myself. So welcome to the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams. Let the magic begin. Okay, so we go straight away into, she says, what about tarot? A bit of a history, choosing a tarot deck, the ethics of reading. I'm glad she's put that in there, actually. Storing your cards, how can it help? And then the major arcana, so an explanation around the major, the minors, the court cards, and how to begin a reading, learning the cards, basic tarot spreads. So it's almost like a little tutorial at the beginning. You've got the astrological spread, right, and then you go into the major arcana. So you've got here keywords, the meaning, so you can read them traditionally, affirmations and tasks. So it's really, you can use it as a journal. Gosh, these cards are gorgeous, aren't they? So you've got all of the majors and then the minors through each suit. And at the very end of the book, what have we got? Picture of Yasmeen. Yep, her acknowledgements, and then there's a picture of her there, embracing the world. Okay, so let's have a look at these cards. As I said, it is a large deck. And you have gilded gold. Beautiful, beautiful backs. So let's begin. I'm just going to separate out for ease of holding for me, really. And I want you to really see each of the cards. I'm just going to pop them there and then divide out. So we have the cups, the swords, page of swords, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords and King of Swords. So you've got the swords, the cups, the wands, and the pentacles. Right. So I probably should have done that beforehand. Sorry about that. So let's have a look and start with the majors. I'm just going to give you a bit of a tip here, because when you get a gilded deck, and they tend to stick together for the first time. So when you get a deck, there's absolutely no problem at all in working through to separate each of the cards. So that's what I would suggest you do, because when you get this deck, this is exactly what you'll have to do. Just to... It's glossy and gilded decks that are really prone to sticking when you go through, and then you'll be looking for a card and it's there all the time. It's just peeking, it's hiding. And the Ace of Cups doesn't damage them at all. They're very sturdy. It's just to separate them because they have been obviously packed tightly in a box, and we can give them a little hug afterwards and let them know that we're doing it so that we can work. There's no disrespect to the deck at all. This one in particular looks quite chunky, like it's stuck together. There we go. So I could have done this, switched the camera off and done this, but I thought actually this is a really common thing with glossy gilded decks. So now I've done it with you on screen, you can see how easy that was. Right, okay. Let's start with the Major Arcana. I've seen some of these images, but this is the first time that I'm actually, and this is really, because it's the Hierophant, you see, which is about guiding, the giving and receiving of knowledge. So this is the Hanged Man, so it is about perspective. So that's really good, because she's actually used the keywords that are relevant to the, rather than the traditional titles. So that's the majors. Let's start with the swords. I usually finish with the swords, but let's start with the swords. So we have a Rider-Waite base deck. Always a big plus for me. It just means that it opens more doors for the deck, you know. So we have the swords, pentacles, cardstock is really good on this. The Tarot of Enchanted Dreams, beautiful deck. I love the whole whimsical thing. Look, you'll either like it, like I do, clearly, or you'll want something a bit more abstract, or it's an individual taste, isn't it, really, tarot? And it's what draws you to it. I love these cups. Look at these cups. Like they're going to fly away on a dragonfly. They're just so gorgeous. I like this as well, because this is the coming together of two people for a common goal, and it's not always male and female. It can be really good friends or family members. Somebody who has some sort of emotional connection to you. That's on the front cover of the box. Look at that blue, it's gorgeous. I hope that the camera does it justice. And then finally we have the Ace. So you can see as well that the elements, she's used all the elemental colours that are relevant to the tarot deck. This is fire, you see. Battle weary but not defeated is the Nine of Wands. And a butterfly of transformation is about to remove all of this page. So we've got the Knight shield on all of them, the Queen and the King. So that is the Tarot of Enchanted Dreams by Yasmeen. Let's say it's a large deck, and I have tricky hands, as you know, but I can hold this. Very, 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 very attractive. Okay, so I hope that you found that interesting. Well, interesting. I hope that you found that of value. And let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks very much for your time. Bye-bye.